Hi everybody. You can stay for the intro, but then I gotta have my hands free to roll some dice. I think she just told me to be quiet. Let's roll. Hello there, my hearties, my lovelies, my soul squad. Welcome back to another episode of Sitting Down with Soul Writer from an angle of the office I don't plan on letting you guys see for too terribly much longer, as I not only rearrange the office, but kind of rearrange some things in life that maybe here one day in the near future I'll actually tell you what's going on. So, I did promise you multiple times over and it is time. So, as I mentioned in a previous video, my friend Diane Dobson Barton did some review of art supplies and things on her art channel, linked below. So if you want to go ahead and see some of the other examples of what things you can find on Temu, go ahead and check out her channel. But also, I kind of needed help. So I've been writing using dice, like, you know, tabletop RPG dice, since I started writing novels a couple years ago. The sets that are in this bag, I can only now use under special circumstances. Why? Because they're ones that have some sort of resin, plastic, whatever, composite mixture, and they are now no longer rolling in as statistically random a pattern as I really would like to hope, because there's no such thing as true randomosity. You will eventually find a pattern overarching over time because we're humans and we look for those things. But at the same time, these were giving me too consistent of numbers. Like I said in a previous video, some of them, if it was a D20, 20-sided die, would only roll between a 2 and a 14. Yeah, I'm safeguarded from a 1, which is a faceplant major fail, critical fail, actually. I'm also not able to do 16 through 20, which are critical hits. So I was being cut off on both ends of the spectrum in ways that was making writing very difficult. So when Diane started showing a high interest in some of the things on Temu, I was like, you know, I kind of was going to do this anyway, but with dice I found on the Zon. So why not go ahead and see if these measure up to dice that I know came from reputable dice sources. Some of the dice on the Zon, depending on the seller, that's the caveat here, are really good. I also have gotten dice from Temu's predecessor Wish in the past. A couple of sets are my D6s that are back in one of the pouches in my bag there. Those all roll amazingly. I have a pack of like 36 D6s, so those are the dice you are typically used to seeing in a board game like Monopoly or Yahtzee. And I had needed them for all my magical attacks for one character. Looking at you, Neftiri, looking at you. So let's go ahead, and I want to actually see if these dice roll well. In the next video, I'm going to write a battle scene using the dice. That will actually be in the Myrna Annals, Book 5, Bound by Lyric and Time. So you're going to get to see me write a scene of a future book that you'll probably see in the next year or so. So let's go ahead and I think I have the correct colored scissors for this. What do you think? Yes, these are sewing shears. The Cheesecake Man's grandmother, on his mom's side, is a quilter. Once a quilter, always a quilter. And when she had to give up quilting due to fine motor skills and age, basically, she gifted us most of her sewing shears. She actually gifted me a brand new pair of crafting shears. That's what they were labeled as. Whenever I got my last physical classroom and opened it up, she was moving and she was like, you need these for your classroom. Best pair of scissors I've ever owned. Oh my goodness. Cuts through anything. All right, let's see what I got. Ooh, okay, I'm definitely going to have to come in close for some of these. Oh, they kind of like somehow tape. Oh, those are pretty. Yes, I'll show them up close. Taped some of these to the inside. Okay, most of them are in like little plastic baggies, you know, like jewelry size, what you might expect. Maybe even like stocking stuffer present size, and I think that's all that's in there. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 sets here in total. Let's go ahead and check some of them out. I just want to start opening. And actually, welcome to a slightly different view of my office. Yes, I know it's totally and utterly a mess. We're going to go ahead and make deal with it as best as we can. So let's go ahead and look at some of these. Actually, this was the set I had in my hand earlier. I do like the color. Yes, I'm just going to make a mess on the floor. Just going to make a little mess on the floor. I probably should have cleaned up, but oh well. I'm in mid reorganization. Those are so pretty. Like, they're plasticky resin. They're a composite thereof. I don't think they're pure one or the other. But they do very, very much indeed have this like nice carnelian orange color to them. For those of you who know your crystals, this is like darker than a citron. Reminds me a little bit even of like marmalade even. Might not be able to see that in this, whoops, lighting, and apparently it rolls well because it just went to the floor. And let me go to get that and fix some lighting right quick. Alrighty, everybody, so that is indeed a good bit better for us with the lighting, and you can really see that beautiful orange color now. So as far as rolling capabilities, they go far. There's a lot of bounce. I already lost another one, but they have a nice sound to them. They don't sound really heavy or really light, like how some cheaper plastic sounds really hollow. They don't have that super hollow sound to them. And that's one of the things I like to kind of check for in new dice, is kind of like, do they sound hollow? Because if they sound hollow, they may be hollow, which might mean that there are air bubbles throughout it. And air bubbles, of course, can mean disproportionate weight distribution for your favor and not. So we have this really pretty color. This was much less see-through online. And I'm not unhappy that they're this see-through in person, actually. Super bright color. I would have loved to have given these as a gift to a particular friend of mine when I was younger. There was a friend of mine who I've known her since she was like 5 or 6 years old. I'm a couple years older. I actually met her older sister first and became friends with her older sister first. And then she and I became friends years later. See, yeah, these sound a little heavier, like a little bit denser to me. That one didn't, but that's a percentile die. They roll funky because, well, look at their shape. They bounce a lot because of their shape. But Yeah. We affectionately called this friend Pinky because her favorite color was like Chibiusa pink to Chibi Chibi from Sailor Moon pink. So, hi Jody Jean. Let's go ahead and take a look at a red set. I'm considering giving these to a certain cheesecake man. I think he will really dig these and will find them a pleasant surprise. I'm actually they're very light is my problem with them right off the bat. But design-wise, let me see if I can bring this really close. Look at that detail. This was one of the more expensive sets. I want to say all of them together less than 30 bucks. So if you're looking to give nice stocking stuffers to friends or even make jewelry out of dice, definitely a good avenue to consider right here. These are super light. They sound heavy, which is good. Oh yeah, they roll well. They have, I think maybe whatever enamel is on them, whatever etching is in them, might have been, of course, you know, produced a little bit more precisely than maybe these. These you can throw into a resin mold and then just paint the numbers. Yes, if you're heavy-handed with the paint, when you paint the numbers, that can also throw off the weight on the dice, just saying. So you got to be very careful even with just, you know, painting the numbers so it doesn't inadequately misweight something. But here, it's very, very nicely done. The design is simple, but I can see where a lot of players will enjoy these. It feels smooth, though. It looks like they feel rough. They really don't. So if you're, you know, like me, wearing some polish, you're wondering why one hand is and one hand is not, swatching old stuff to make sure it's still good. All right, we have a couple of sets left. Let's go ahead to this metal-looking one. And I need help from scissors because my carpal tunnel is starting to get to me. Thank you. Alrighty. Ooh. I do not know if that's going to come through on my camera or not. The swirls in this set. Now that's impressive. I would happily wear a pair of these as earrings. With the right outfit, with a black leather or a red leather jacket, oh yeah. At the same time, they sound very, very similar to how these rolled. I kind of like it. I kind of don't. I will say that the gold lettering was a much, much, much better choice than with these. That white lettering, yeah, we would have lost it by comparison, I think. Very pretty. Very, very pretty indeed. 3 sets left. Which one shall we do? All right, we're gonna go ahead and do purple, green, purple, I think. So this is very similar to the set that I use for Neftiri already, except gold instead of silver and a different producer or seller. I know they're not the same seller. Whoops. Ooh, I like how that one rolled. Neftiri has been known to have a problem with a D10 in the past. Anywho, these were all from different sellers. For the different varieties you see here. Even though they all kind of look like they're the same design, they're different sellers. I did make sure of that. But as a group, I could see where they would blend together nicely if you know, mixed and matched them, because yes, you do need more than one die sometimes, okay? Sorry. Gamers, you get me. Anyway, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead to the last set. Now, I'm not going to do a ton of rolling with these right now. I'm going to save that for the writing video. Also, it's a little late, despite other friends saying, Jenna, you should have done this in your pajamas and made a pajama party. Yeah, maybe next time. I love you guys. You don't need to see me in my, you know, old grody Nintendo t-shirts that I wear to bed. So, alrighty. This is like mermaid dice. I kid you not. That's exactly what came to mind when I first saw this set. Mermaid dice. Oh, wow. Those are really, really pretty. I have these picked out for one of my favorite characters, Malice, specifically. And they, even the font on them is a little stylistic compared to the other set. And that's the really cool thing about dice. It's, you know, like a nail plate. It's a very tiny, tiny canvas, but a ton of imagination and skill can be found in not just rolling them, but making them. Okay, so I am going to test out each of these individually. I have a character in mind for each of them that I'm going to be writing as part of this battle scene. I'm thinking of giving one of these sets away. Minus the red set. Minus the red set. Any of the, you know, ones that are like these, the clearish ones, I'm thinking of giving a set of them away. Maybe a comment below of which color set you like most. I think out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets that are here, remember I'm going to give those to a certain somebody. I kind of picked them for him in mind. Yes, I'm going to gift them to him. Shh, I'll show you later. So, out of these 6 sets, comment down below, which one do you like? And, yeah, you're welcome to go ahead and check the video that I'm putting out here in 2 days, covering which set rolls well. But if you were to just pick a random set at a glance, which one do you want? Maybe I'll give away another set in the video you'll see in a couple days, okay? See you then. Good night.